I now like to go over roles in the Microsoft 365 and Azure AD environment. So here we are on portal.microsoft.com, and if I click the show all ellipse symbol here, you're going to see there's a little drop down that says roles. We're going to click that, and then we're going to click on role assignments. So roles is going to be the main way that we provide administrative access in the Microsoft 365 and Azure AD environment. Okay, so to start with, here we are looking where it says Azure AD, and if we scroll down, we can see there are lots of different roles that are already pre-created in the Azure environment. Now, the most powerful role that we have in the in Azure AD Microsoft 365 is called the Global Administrator role. All right, basically, if you are a global administrator, you can virtually do anything you want in the Azure AD tenant. Okay, so unlimited access, as you can see. Now, if you click on the role, it even gives you a little bit of information, and you can see who's assigned to it. You can see that it gives a description. All right, users have global access to most management features and data access. Microsoft Online Service giving too many users global access. Security risk. They basically say between 2 and 4 people. You can reset password for all users, including global admins. So you could reset passwords for other admins and add and manage domains. So you can see who's assigned by clicking the assigned tab here, and then you can see the permissions that are given right here, which is a lot of permissions. Manage resources, create, delete, modify, read. So there's even some uncategorized stuff. So that's the most powerful role you can give. Now, let's say that you have somebody that is an admin, but maybe they're only an admin over Microsoft Exchange, like the Exchange Online Services. Well, you've got an Exchange admin. You can click on that, and you can get a description as to what it's used for, and you can see the, let's go back over to the general. Here's the description of it. So manage most admin features, manage mailbox, view activity reports, open support tickets, monitor service health. You can click assign and see who's assigned that role. If you want to assign somebody, you can. And then manage, it tells you the managed all permissions, create, delete, modify. So here's all the rights that it has. All right. Now, the other thing you notice is that there are, sometimes it's an admin role, which that's the most powerful thing you can be, is an admin of some kind. But then there's also things like readers and analyst and operator. Good example of this, here's a security reader. So a security reader is somebody that they have read access to pretty much everything involving security. So read and configure service health in Azure, read and configure service health, Microsoft 365, read all properties and access, read all properties on audit logs, read BitLocker keys, lots and lots of stuff here. There's even 13 more things here they can do. But mostly they can read stuff. That's it. They have read access, and that's it. The step above that is the operator role. So if I click on the operator role, you can manage some resources now, and then you still got read access to things, but you also have manage, create and delete all resources, and read update standard properties in Microsoft Cloud App Security. The create and delete all resources for Azure AD Identity Protection, threat protection, all of that. So that's a step above, obviously. And then, of course, there's another one called Security Administrator, which is a step above that. And basically, this is going to give you admin rights over all the security-related capabilities. So there is various types of roles. If you're talking about teams, you have various team types of roles, and you can click on each one of these and read the description. So I highly recommend that you familiarize yourself with some of that, familiarize yourself a little bit with the various roles that we have for teams, maybe for Exchange, maybe for SharePoint. There's a SharePoint admin and all that. You don't need to worry about memorizing all these, but it is good to be familiar with the roles that are available to us, okay? And you can assign people to the roles if you want. You can also assign groups to roles, which gives all the users in the group access to it. Now let's jump over to portal.azure.com and let's look at it on this side. So we'll click the menu button, we'll go to Azure Active Directory, all right, and then we'll go down here to roles and administrators, and you're going to see that you have the exact same roles listed over on this area, okay. So you can see all these various roles. So here's the Exchange admin's role, and then the global admin role. I think I passed by it. There it is. You have the security operator, reader, administrator. There's the team's roles I just mentioned. There's even a user administrator role for creating users. So anyway, this is the various roles that that are available to us, and we can add people to those roles if we want. Now you can also create a custom role, by the way. Custom role, I'll just call this custom demo. And from there, what you can do is you have all these permissions that you can give this custom demo. So you can go find the permissions on the things that you want this role to be able to do. Click next. There's the stuff you've selected. Click create. And the custom roles will always show an orange cube next to it as opposed to like a green cube. All right, so that's how you know it's custom. Plus, it'll also say custom over here. All right, so that is how we can work with roles in the Microsoft 365 side of things. There is a PowerShell command, new MSOL role. You can look up if you want. You could actually create a role with PowerShell, but ultimately, this is going to be the graphical way that you're gonna manage roles in both Azure AD as well as Microsoft 365.